90s anime fans, you're getting old. Now you're probably wondering, why am I saying such a rude thing? Well, the iconic Shonen Jump anime Yu Yu Hakusho turns 30 next year. I know, right? So, as I recently finished this anime series myself, which I love it by the way, I've decided to go back and analyze it and see what's held up about it, why it's so iconic, why it's so good. So let's get into it. For the protagonist of this story, we have Yusuke Urameshi, a teenage delinquent who spends most of his time skipping school and just being the nuisance for everybody, including his childhood friend and future love interest, Keiko, who constantly scolds him from it. And he pulls stuff like this. Yep, that's anime humor for you. Now, I won't spoil what it is, but he does have that X factor that sometimes gives him the advantage. For instance, what I mean by that, Naruto has the Nine Tails, Goku comes from an all-powerful race of warriors, and Luffy ate the Gum Gum fruit. However, we do see the struggle he goes through when his reckless personality just gets him in too much trouble and he can't always win a fight, and he has a very hard time accepting that. But he always keeps his head up, and that's what I like about this show, and that's what I think sets it apart from Naruto in terms of his character development. And in terms of the supporting cast, unlike Naruto, you actually feel them grow throughout the story too. You have his schoolmate and fighting rival Kazuma Kuwabara, the fox bandit Yoko Karama, and my favorite character, the flame apparition Hiei. Now, in terms of character development for these guys, I feel like Hiei got the most attention. Now, some of you can say he's the cliche of the bad guy turning into a good guy, like Vegeta from the Dragon Ball franchise. But it takes him a while to truly become a good guy, and at the same time, he's not until the very end of the series, he's really not a good guy. He's just more of a chill, I care about you, but I don't like to let you know about it type of guy. Just don't piss him off, if you know what I mean. And when his backstory is revealed, you can view him as more of a sympathetic anti-hero than anything else. Now, as much as I love Kurama and Kuwabara, and I do think they are great characters, I cannot honestly say that they grow too much over the story. Their personalities pretty much remain the same, with Kuwabara being there for comic relief and occasionally a cool moment, and Kurama being that kind apparition that a lot of us, or a lot of people in the show, wouldn't expect them to be. To be honest, of all the fighting anime I've watched, I can honestly say that I watched Yu Yu Hakusho and enjoyed Yu Yu Hakusho more for the plot more than the actual fighting. Now, I know that's weird considering it is Weekly Shonen Jump and it is martial arts, but when you watch it, you really do, similar to how I feel about Hunter x Hunter, another show that I recommend. It's actually made by the same person. It's like, yeah, the fights are there and all, but at the same time, the story is so good. It's anime like Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, stuff like that. I say that isn't good anime. That's good television. And it's so much more I could talk about, but I don't want to get into spoiler territory in case you haven't watched it yet. But I mean, it's just everything about it. And yes, I'm aware what I'm showing on the screen is heavy spoilers, so listen instead of watch. But it's just something about it. Like I said, the way the characters grow, and like the fight scenes, they are really cool. And I don't harp on animation back then because they made use of what they have. But I think the animation holds up rather well for a 90s anime. And I never find the fight scenes to get lazy or stale. I never find them to go on for too long or anything like that. Like, I won't name it, but you all know there's a certain anime fight that lasts 19 episodes. I said, now that's just too much. Like, say like the Dark Tournament or the Chapter Black fights, they go on for maybe 2 or 3 episodes, and they're always pretty good. It's not like constant fighting. As an anime fan, I hate filler. I didn't wait until Saturday to see Goku and friends smacking on some ramen like it's Food Wars. Thankfully, and yes, this is the truth, Yu Yu Hakusho, out of 112 episodes, only one is filler. Yu Yu Hakusho is very famous for its second arc, known as the Dark Tournament Saga. It is considered to set the standard of what you'd expect from tournament arcs in shounen. I mean, when you think of popular shounen arcs, you might think of stuff from Kuroko or My Hero, but this is the definitive tournament arc. I will be the first person to get on Shonen Jump anime for being just way too long sometimes. I mean, Bleach has 366, with most of it being filler, by the way. One Piece, and just more and more. It's just too long. And I know that Yu Yu Hakusho's 112 episodes might feel a bit overwhelming to you, but like I said, only one of them is filler, so at least you're not wasting your time like other popular anime, including Naruto and DBZ. As I waved and wished you farewell. Anime humor can either be really funny or really cringeworthy. I think Yu Yu Hakusho is really funny. It will make you laugh. Not out loud, and it's not really jokes you tell to someone who's not a fan of anime because they think you're weird probably. But the dub voice actors do a great job of making me laugh. Justin Cook as Yusuke, Christopher Sabat as Kuwabara. I mean, shame on you if you're a weeb and you don't know who Christopher Sabat is, especially if you watch dubbed anime. But it will definitely make you laugh, and that's another reason why it still holds up so well. And I am not alone in thinking this. Just go watch for yourself and watch you laugh, but don't think it can't be dark. In the end, nearly 30 years later, Yu Yu Hakusho is still a classic that I must recommend you watch, anime fan or not. I love it. I will always love it. Great humor, great visuals, excellent action, a great story. This is one that I will love until the day I am 6 feet under. This is Khalil, and the internet needs me, and I'm out. And I'll never lose the strength to succeed.